Almost everyone believes that CSSV is the main factor for declining yields in Côte d'Ivoire. It isn't. What are the real yield killers? Aging trees and erratic weather. Let's have a look at the data. Of course, CSSV is widespread. It's found in about 40% of the farms in Côte d'Ivoire. It's also a very serious disease. If it infects a tree, the only remedy is to destroy that infected tree. Furthermore, the disease can be asymptomatic for up to 2 years, so what you observe understates the actual problem. Also, significant efforts were made in Côte d'Ivoire to reduce the impact of this dreadful disease. But the issue today is that the impact is simply overblown. As of January 2026, only about 1% of the trees show infection from CSSV. And in some regions, such as Gagnoa, the infection rate is absolutely minimal, about 0.9%. And that's a region that produces 25% of the national output. So what are the real threats to cocoa supply? Aging trees, erratic weather, and black pod disease. So at this point, you may wonder, how are we comfortable taking such a contrarian view? Well, nothing that I think should be considered controversial. We're taking vast amounts of data collected on the ground and processing it using standard data science principles. So let me walk you through the process. We start by deploying our ground team throughout Côte d'Ivoire to conduct health surveys. Our team will capture thousands of videos and images using a mobile app that we've developed specifically for this purpose. For every image or video, our app will geotag the precise location of the examined tree and its farm and store it permanently in our ground truth database. Next, a health analysis is conducted for each tree using AI image analysis. This provides us the risk of CSSV infection, but also any other type of infection or disease that could be affecting that tree. And of course, human reviews conducted on this analysis, both to ensure its accuracy, but also to continue to enhance our recognition models for these diseases. And as a result, this hybrid approach allows us to conduct analysis over thousands of farms across Côte d'Ivoire with a high degree of statistical reliability. And having done this now for many years, we have a vast amount of historical data to draw from as well. So the data speaks for itself, but we can reach the same conclusion through a completely different analysis. Let me walk you through this. At HSAT, we create forecasts for cocoa yields in every major producing region. We use a variety of factors, weather, crop health, macroeconomic factors. And having heard of the significant impact of CSSV, we obviously wanted to use this in our model. But what we found is whether we include or exclude CSSV using historical data for the disease, it did not improve our model at all. We're at 95% accuracy, and whether or not we use CSSV does not affect that model. So in conclusion, Côte d'Ivoire obviously faces many challenges, and our goal is for the available remedies to be applied to the most significant issues. So our recommendation is to sample broadly, sample frequently, and to be data-driven.